So to start off the video, I just want to say that this comparison is completely fair. I'm using the same accessory for every single character, same trait, Vicious Legendary, same 2 assists being 2 healer assists so that I don't actually contribute to my damage. I'm using the same pets, it's Kurumi pet with pretty good substats, and I'm not using an Astolfo, I'm doing this completely solo, and yeah, basically that's it. I'm also doing the monkey raid because it's just so much more fair. The downtime when he jumps away is just the same for everyone, 4 times every time, and it's as long, and it's easy with dash moves, it's easy without dash moves, it's just so much more fair. Sure, I might get less damage because he is jumping away, but it's still a very fair comparison. Also, since I hit 16,000 subscribers, I made an Ichigo giveaway, and it ended now, so here is the winner. I'm also making another giveaway at 17,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe. But yeah, let's just move on with the list. I'm sad to admit this, but I spent like 5,000 Robux to just get gems for these traits, because I didn't want to grind for gems. So yeah, like the video. So number 10 we have Levi with the Awakening. He is, like I said, an awakened character from a raid character that costs 3,000 raid tokens, and it's from the Monkey raid. And Levi without the Awakening isn't that good, but with the Awakening he gets a really good move, and he gets an additional stat bonus while using that move for a couple of seconds. Quite a long time actually. And Levi is actually really good with his move there, and his skills are actually quite fast as well, so you can actually spam them quite often, and though his 4th ability does take quite a while, you can still use it because you do get quite a lot of damage with it, and you kinda need to use it to get more energy. But yeah, Levi is just overall really good. If you plan on awakening someone, I don't recommend Levi right now though, because there is a better one now, Awaken Naruto. But Levi is definitely a really good character to awaken if you want to. He's really good in raids, just like you're gonna see here. He's one of the best, the top 10 here. On number 9 we have Obito. Obito is, despite what everyone says, very good. Obito is very good in dimensions despite not having like a movement move, no mobility because no dash, no speed boost, but he's still really good there because his abilities are just so strong and they have good AoE and they're quite quick as well. His second ability isn't that quick, but it's good in dimensions, but in raids it really isn't that good because it just takes a long time for basically the same amount of damage like as the first ability, just a bit more. So the second ability does drag him down a bit, but it honestly makes it up because his energy gain is pretty good and his abilities are really strong, and his 4th ability is just like everyone else, a pretty bad 4th ability, very long, very powerful, but takes too long to actually finish. But in general, his attacks were really strong, his cooldowns aren't really bad, and his gain isn't even bad either. Thing is, it's just he can't spam the moves. He doesn't have a special effect where he gets extra attack, extra critical chance or anything, extra stats. So he is what he is. He has his abilities, he has his and those abilities has its strength, its weaknesses, and just he's pretty all around well balanced, pretty good in raids. If you don't have anyone else, Obito is definitely not bad to use. At number 8 we have Nezuko. Nezuko is a really good character, and she was actually considered the best character for raids before Pets, well, Kurumi specifically was released, because she doesn't benefit from Kurumi that much due to her ultimate already giving her like infinite abilities. And actually she might even be better without Kurumi in some circumstances, having like another good pet instead. But yeah, she's just really good. Her damage is really strong, and she can spam a lot, and her assist is just the strongest without awakening in the game. But this is just for pure raid, and yeah, her energy gain is okay on her 4th ability, but on the other abilities it's just not that good. And while she does have Kurumi active, it doesn't actually benefit her a lot because her abilities are just so slow in some scenarios. Like her 3rd ability does take a while to actually activate, and her 1st ability also takes quite a while to actually finish. Her 2nd ability is kind of fast though, but honestly, once you do have Kurumi activated, you have so many skills that you you can use at once, but you can't use them at once because you just can't use enough skills at once. But yeah, she's really good. She's definitely a good character if you don't have Kurumi as a pet either. Next up we have Shanks, and honestly, I do think Shanks and Accelerator might have gotten a bit nerfed, but I actually, like, it's just, I'm a bit paranoid because I feel like they should deal a bit more damage, and I feel like they did do a little bit more damage before, but as of currently, this is about what they do only. This is much less than I thought, but yeah, Shanks is only just above Nezuko, and yeah, the reason is probably because, well, the fourth ability does give a lot of damage and does give a lot of, what is it called, energy, and the other abilities are really fast. The third ability here is actually a bit slow. His third ability does take some time until he can spam his 1 and 2 again, which is not the case with another character called Accelerator in this list later on. But Shanks does get extra crit damage, or extra potential with his crits while he's using his third ability, and that just makes him very good. The thing is, he doesn't benefit as much from Astolfo in that case as well. So Shanks is just here, and he could probably get better than Gojo, but it actually depends on your stats this time. It depends on your critical chance and critical damage and your attack. It actually depends on your stats here. And one thing that I might say is that me and Evie did try to use Shanks and Accelerator and Obito for that matter, with and without ults, or the fourth ability, and it seems like using ult is just better, even though it does take quite a while to actually finish the attack. From my testing, it seems like it does benefit the character from using ults by just getting more damage, getting more energy, because the fourth ability always provides good amount of energy. So that's basically it for Shanks though. In sixth we got Gojo. Gojo has been considered the best character before, and he's so good if you have good stats. Now that's a very good if, because if you don't have good stats, then he's kinda garbage. But if you do have good stats, he's really good, but he's still not better than a lot of characters, unless you have Kurumi. If you do have Kurumi and good stats, then Gojo is a very good raid character. Now there are a lot of characters that are just better than him, but he is really good for raids if you have good stats and Kurumi. But honestly, he's not that worth it to buy anymore since you can get better characters. So yeah, you just don't get him anymore, and his assist is just kind of mid, and he's not that good. The only reason why he's good is for raids, but he's not the best for raids anymore, which he has been before. But he's really good due to his fast abilities. All of his abilities are instant. His cooldowns are really slow, or really fast, and he does gain a lot of energy. His damage is also really good, so he does deal a lot of damage, just that he's very crits reliant. He relies a lot of crits, so yeah, if you don't have good stats, probably don't use him, honestly. And in fifth place we got Accelerator, and it's kind of the same idea like Shanks. I did think he was slightly better. I don't know if he actually did get nerfed, but I would want to believe that he did get a slight nerf. But I'm not sure about that, because I remember him being a bit better, but maybe I'm just very wrong. But yeah, Accelerator is just really good. His 1 and 2 are really fast and strong. His third ability is really fast, deals a lot of damage, and you reset the first and second ability, plus you get more damage on the first and second ability. Unlike Shanks, you get more, where you get better crits. Here you actually just straight up get more damage. So it's just better, and that damage is really beneficial. And his fourth ability is really slow, just like most fourth abilities, but honestly it doesn't really affect him that much. Using it is pretty good still, and yeah, Accelerator is just overall a really great character. In fourth place we got Ichigo, the new Robux character that costs 2,000 Robux, so yes, there is a paywall. However, I'm sure a few people do giveaways, but yeah, in general, he's just paywall. You probably can't get him without Robux, without paying yourself, so if you want to get him, then sure, you gotta pay yourself probably. The thing with Ichigo is that he doesn't have a special effect or anything that he gets like extra damage, extra critical chance or anything. And his energy gain and like from individual moves are quite low, and the damage isn't like insanely high. But the thing is, he can actually spam his attacks quite a lot because of his first ability being able to reset 25% of the time, and the third ability resetting once the first and second ability. They're really good and it works really well. Even though he's primarily a dimension character, he's amazing for raids as well, so you should definitely count him in when it comes to raids. And yeah, honestly, in raids, he's just a beast. Honestly, you don't need to have good stats, unlike some of the ones above him right now. You kind of do have to have good stats to actually utilize them. But Ichigo, you don't have to have that good stats to actually use the character. Coming in third place, we got Naruto with his Awakening. And he's a raid character that can awaken as well. And yeah, he's a limited raid character for that as well, though. You're still able to get him if you're watching like a month forward of this video, though. Naruto without the Awakening is actually really good. He has a good moveset, though his fourth ability is kind of slow. Still very good, and with his fifth ability, sure, you can still only use it 3 times in a full raid. It's still really good because it gives you like 20% more attack for, well, 25 or 30 seconds, I don't remember correctly really right now, but it still gives you more attack directly and is a very good move in of itself. So he's just really good character here. Naruto Awakener is one of the best characters that you should definitely consider getting. And there isn't a paywall for him either. You can get him quite easily. Just get in raid, get some awakening tokens and awaken him. He's really good and he does have quite good energy gain. His damage is insane. The one thing that's dragging him down is his long cooldowns. In second place we got Milam, despite the fact that we use Milam to kill raid bosses. Now, she is a limited gem character that you cannot get anymore, and probably won't be able to get, but she's still second place, so I can't leave her off this list. And she's just really good. Her energy gain is insanely good. All her moves give so much energy, and basically all of them are really fast. Her fourth ability is the slowest one, but it's still really fast for her fourth ability, and all the damage is just insanely good, and the cooldowns are pretty good. And since she got so insanely good energy gain, she can basically have an infinite cycle of Kurumis. You can have an infinite, like, at every time you can have a move. Now, the reason why she's better than the first place when we're using, like, Astolfo in a full raid while killing bosses is because she doesn't have, like, a critical chance buff, which the first place character does. The first place character does have like 100% critical chance, so he doesn't benefit a lot from Astolfo because one of the 2 big things Astolfo provides you with in the boost is critical chance, but Milam doesn't have that, so Milam benefits a lot from it. But you do kind of have to have good stats for Milam. Coming in first place, we got Shadow Monarch. He's a speed rate character that costs 4,000 speed rate tokens, and you do not have, despite him being a Shadow Monarch, like a shadow version of a character, we do not have regular Monarch, we do not have like regular Sung Jin Woo, which, well, he would just be better by 15%. But yeah, this is Shadow Monarch, and he's original character there, but yeah, it's Sung Jin Woo from solo leveling, and he's just so goddamn good. Like, he's the best character in the game, considered by, like, basically everyone. He's so good in Dimension, he's so good in raids. He even has, like, a move where he can spam his first ability 4 times, and his moves are just so strong, like, individually. His energy gain isn't the best, necessarily, but it doesn't really matter since his attacks are just so strong. And his fourth ability literally gives him 100% crit chance. Now, this is the reason why he doesn't benefit from Astolfo buff as much, and the reason why we're using Milam instead in boss killing. Because, well, he already has his 100% critical chance, so he doesn't need more critical chance by any means. But he is the best character in the game.